Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tyranny with me, Bring It On. Off camera, I did change some of my spells around a little bit. I finally gave Barrick Gift of the Golem, which gives him 4 more armor and minus 20% move speed, but since he has all those taunts, enemies are going to be rushing him anyway, so he doesn't need that move speed either way. Plus, if I wanted to, on his next level up, I could give him Pursuit, which does give him 50% move speed at the beginning of combat, but he won't need it. In my main character, my offensive spells, I swapped to the cone versions. So instead of Searing Palm and Frozen Grasp, he now has Icicle Storm and Flash Fire. And I also swapped out Crag Weapon for Ignite Brand. I was looking through all the different weapon buff spells, and Ignite Brand has the largest damage increase at 20%. Crag Weapon is at 15%, and then the Ice and Shock versions are both at 10%. They have other effects, but it's still less DPS overall. Then I also gave him Volcanic Weapon on this, which does DPS in a line, I think, according to the description anyway. Uses Fire and Brimstone to cause a Material Force spell to damage foes in a line. So that sounds pretty good, and I think stacked with this passive, where I have a chance to attack 2 or 3 times, one, that's a lot more damage because I have that extra 20% fire damage coming out, but also with that Volcanic Weapon, shooting out a line of damage every time I attack, assumably, again I haven't used it in combat yet, I think this is my greatest potential for damage. We'll see. We'll play around with it. We are fighting Bane right now, so Crag Weapon isn't that great since they can't be knocked prone. So, I'll decide later on which one I'm going to end up settling on, but right now I think Ignite Brand is the best option. This rune shimmers in front of the wall, sustained by unknown magic. Learn the rune and incorporate it into your spells. Precise action 5. So plus 75 accuracy.
I got it. Can't do that.
Spotted something with sharp eyes.
Well, that's one way to disarm a trap, just smack it. Thank you, Kills and Shadow, for your contribution to the adventure. Alright, insert the Fractured Depths Keystone. Wait a second, did I get... I don't know what I got from the last Sleepless. I thought it was a keystone, yeah, not a torch key. So I don't know where I actually need to go. Let's try the Abyss, I guess. I don't know if it's going to take me to a different teleporter that I haven't been to before. I guess I do have 2 more torch keys that I haven't used. Oh, we met Reef Talon, yeah, right here.
I got it. I got it.
Alright, good. We're on track. Hey, it's Lyceum. What? No. It was 4 days ago. 8? That's absurd. Arguing with the perceived interlocutor, jeez, or perhaps herself, the old sage mutters with her attention jumping from left hand to right as she banters. Then we should retrace our steps. As you approach, the sage turns toward you, her face a calm and tranquil smile. Oh, darling, having trouble sleeping too? It really is you. At first I didn't want to believe, but then, eyes wide with surprise, Lantry ambles forward, seemingly uncertain of what he's experiencing. That voice. Lyceum looks around her Looks around, her glance darting in every direction but Lantry's. Mel, what happened to you? How long has it been? Your youth, where did it go? You're supposed to outlive me, not the other way round. No, not Mel. Lantry's eyes fall to the ground, his face awash in defeat. It's me, Lantry. Don't you remember? Sage Lyceum, I presume. Lantry has told me almost nothing about you. Not Lantry, Lyceum. She points to herself with a knowing smile. Or so they call me. The sage rubs her temple with a pained smile. Sorry, my mind feels all fog, no lightning. It's all in here, just tired of being tired. All I need is a little sleep, a little shut-eye, and it all makes sense. I'm Donald. I believe you contacted me regarding a legal matter. Legal matters. If you're asking about laws, you... Wait, that sounds familiar. Halting mid-thought, Lyceum shakes her head with a violent twitch. Did I... Donald. Oh my. I'd given up hope and almost forgotten I even sent word. A look of recollection spreads across her face. Lyceum examines you head to toe. Thank Kyros you found me. Apologies you should meet me now. My mind is a fleeting shadow of what it once was. Fatebinder, my offer is a simple one. I'll submit to your justice and confess to every crime of my school. In exchange, I ask that you preserve my writings. I've seen centuries of work burn away in hours. Please, let me save something, some small sliver. I'll purchase it with my life. So why did you contact me for this task? You represent a risk, but one I needed to take. There's a chance you will burn my text in accordance with what you think Kyros' will demands. But I also know you are a Fatebinder, one entrusted by Kyros to bear the power of the edict. If anyone understands the value of knowledge, and the value of interpreting the spirit of the law over its letters, I knew it had to be you. What are my alternatives? One of Nerat's thugs, or one of Ash's minions? I'm trying to think long-term here. The Vellum Citadel will never be reborn. The occupying Archons aren't going to build libraries and archives to the Tiersmen, where my texts might live. The best hopes for the Chronicles are to have them held in custody of the court. This whole situation is suspect. By contacting me, you expose your friends to the court. Why risk all of this? The Osage's face puckers, and her gaze falls to her feet. Mel, where did you place my quills? I can't seem to find a fresh one. Her eyes dart about in a feigned act of insanity, but a quick glances in your direction to gauge your reaction, give her away. Why make arrangements to keep your text hidden? I can't think of a more remote location to hide something than here. But it's not just about keeping the lore safe, it's keeping it safe in perpetuity. You must understand, it's just a matter of time until every bit of the tiers is combed over by Kyros' minions. I was just going to be a matter of time until someone exposed us. And so I guess I thought it best that a Fatebinder discover us first. You gave the people of Stalwart undue mercy by warning them of the Edict of Storms. Forgive me, Donald. I thought that made you the person most likely to understand our situation. If I were to help, well, let's see, why are these works so important? My peers and I have dedicated our lives to recording the unfolding of all things. I've compiled the accountings of nearly a dozen sages, each of whom put decades of effort into... The sage's eyes flutter as she catches herself focusing far away. Into journaling the rise and fall of realms, and the passage of the seasons. You asked me to... Let's see. If I were to help, what exactly would you want of me? I understand your caution. If these were truly offensive scripts that railed against Kyros, I would understand you being unwilling to assist in the preservation of such slander. I've read what I can of Kyros' laws. I know that much of what we write speaks of how the Tiers was, free of Kyros' grip. I know such histories are to be put to the torch. By contending these writings will only bring glory to Kyros. Our histories show the Tiersmen growing in hubris, and able to see the doom of Kyros to the north. These are not heresies. They are studies of the foolishness of seeing oneself as equal to or greater than Kyros. These laws have a purpose. Children might read such things, feel that rebellion against Kyros is warranted and probable, and in doing so, harm themselves and others. The Chronicles we've kept detail a society that existed in the shadow of Kyros and ultimately fell after a long lull of complacent living. I contend that such a history speaks of Kyros' inevitability and the folly of the Tearsmen. How do I know I'm salvaging some journals, not a bunch of coded messages for your peers? I'd invite you to read these chronicles yourself. Look them over and decide for yourself if I'm up to something. But I assure you, I wouldn't try something that underhanded. I'm not that stupid, and I'm not that smart. That line of reasoning could be used to defend any lie written by anyone conquered in the last 400 years. Sure, but the sage stammers, stomping her foot. But we know so little of the other realms that have fallen to Kyros. Surely this war is different. It was the last step between Kyros having most of Tyrannos and having it all. A uniqueness alone should make what's been recorded all the more precious. You talk about these texts like they exist, so we can add smuggling from the burning library to your list of charges, I assume. True, I absconded with all the parchment I could carry shortly before the Edict of Fire came to pass. As I said, I do not deny my crimes. I'm asking for mercy for my texts, not mercy for me. So what is it you want from me? Swear by Kyros' name that you will gather and preserve my chronicles to the best of your ability. Do that, I care not what you do with me. If our works are protected, you grant a measure of immortality to me and the other chroniclers. If my life can purchase that, I'll happily pay that price. Explain exactly what you want of me before I make any promises. My request is that you gather and safeguard the chronicle fragments I've stashed here in the Oldwalls. Once gathered, you do all that you can to make sure the texts are spared from destruction. I will help you, but I can't swear on Kyros' name. I do not take such things lightly. Does Lord of Kyros take such oaths quite seriously? Am I not mistaken? I must have your assurance that the task will be done. I wish I selected Lantry to talk to her instead. I say that again, I'll do this for you, but I will not vow in Kyros' name. End of discussion. Please, Lyceum, you can trust the Fatebinder. Your vow would open the possibility of a third party destroying your scrolls, making the Fatebinder liable for a needless death. It appears I am asking too much considering the position I am in. I suppose I will settle for an oath on your own personal honor. Then I swear on my honor as a Fatebinder that I will do everything within my power to preserve your chronicles. Fair enough, Fatebinder. That'll have to suffice. Here, take this. The sage thrusts a crumpled parchment into your hands. Note to where I left the remaining texts. My handwriting was difficult to parse, even when I had my mind intact. It's gotten worse. I've used an old chronicler trick to conceal the stashes as ordinary rubble. The illusions will fade if another chronicler nears. She points to Lantry. Yours is an older specimen, but he'll suffice. Older specimen? I popularized the rebel-owned plain sight trick. The nerve of this woman. If you need a hand translating, ask Lantry. He always had a knack for deciphering my scrawl. I have some other questions. Perhaps I can. Her head twitches with a fatigue spasm. Help. Have you seen a beast woman named Reef Talon? That name. Yes, Reef Talon. She's lurking down here, same as I. You look like you've known the caress of sleep. Why then do you seek Reef Talon? My reasons are my own. Well, I can tell you that she lurks these depths along with the sleepless she has created. The sage falls silent, rocking back and forth before returning to the present. Now tell me, do you intend to harm Reef Talon? Yeah, well, do I? I'm gonna say only if she harms me first. As someone who has been harmed as one can, someone who has been harmed as one can be by harmed by Reef Talon. That is a sentence. I know she did not intentionally disfigure us. She's guilty of not knowing the strength of her fledgling magic. But ignorance is not maliciousness. Come, let me take you to her. Lethargic motion becomes youthful exuberance as she springs into motion. Lyceum, we're not done here.
Can't do that.
Let me look at my other quest real fast. Truth and Reconciliation. So I'm assuming there's one here in the Abyss.
Right.
Oh, wake up! Fresh meat. Lyceum roars at the massive havoc hovering in the center of the room. Every hair on your body stands on end, as the room swells with static charge. Small bits of debris orbit the havoc, as its tendrils twitch and flick. You talking to this thing like it's your friend. Well, of course. Lullaby never harms those of us robbed of sleep. Only the arrogant and the wicked need fear its embrace. I'm not hallucinating. She has truly lost her mind. Lantry shakes his head, eyes wide with disbelief. This is a nightmare. Why would in Kyros' name would you keep a havoc, let alone name it? Don't be ridiculous. Lullaby isn't a kept pet. It's our keeper, naturally. She shakes her head as if the aforementioned detail was obvious. Submit, and this will be swift. Or resist, and make things interesting. However you like it. Lyceum claps her hands, roaring gibberish at the massive havoc as it begins to stir. Well, I was gonna kill her anyway, so I guess this works out in our favor. Alright, let's take care of some buffs real fast. It's okay, we're doing okay. Let's drop this right here on Kills in Shadow. She shouldn't be the first one up here, but you know what? Screw it. Because we can always taunt with Varric after the fact. So let's go ahead and do that. Taunt with Varric. Lantry, yeah, go ahead and get up here. Alright, let's get all my other buffs out. So this lasts 45 seconds, right? That's flash fire. Wrong ability. Yeah, 45 seconds, about a minute. Yeah, about a minute. So yeah, do these first. Like so.
Right.
Lantry, get up here and use your other buff.
Raise a hand against a warrior of justice.
Alright. Let's get some Surge of Glory out.
Let's step forward and meet
Perfect. I start cutting these guys down.
My armor feels right.
Alright, Nightbrand is up. Let's go chop this guy down. A Lantry, what else you got? Haste up Varric.
as you command.
So what we'll do is we'll put Vital Body onto Kills in Shadow. Keep her alive. I'll take that. What else do we have? This would probably be a good time to use something like an Iron Storm or something. Let's go and level up Barrick while I'm thinking about it. Some more resolve, of course, and for this fight, we'll probably just get Wounded Defender. So once per combat, when Barrick's health is critical, he will gain a significant armor bonus for a short time. Plus 8 armor. I really think he has too much armor. Like at this point, they barely do more than 1 damage to him per attack anyway. Does he still have this buff up? I don't see it. I'm gonna put this on Lantry, so if he does take too much damage, he'll just get a big heal instead. Yeah, let's go and use Undying as well. It is a boss fight after all. Uh-oh. Okay, now Lantry can shine here. I don't know if I like where this is going. Alright, Lantry, let's just stay alive, buddy. Cousin Shadow can heal herself. Alright, what else do I got going on here? Alright, may as well use Shadow's Embrace for extra damage and damage reduction. Let's see, disembowel this guy. Lantry, nope, keep her healed, please. So he's trying to run off to anyway. Alright, actually keep swinging at the Scourge. Let's see. Let's go and use Iron Storm here as well. You don't need to keep chasing there. Kills in Shadow. Actually, holy crap, she's about to go down. Health Potion. Alright, just hang in there, Lantry. Reapply your buffs real fast. Alright, it's another Bane down. Let's try and finish cutting down the Scourge if we can. I'll get some crowd control over here on these human enemies with Lantry. Oh, she's down. That's no good. Let's see. Let's actually do this instead then. Second Breath on Shadow. Is he trapped? Stop being trapped.
As you command. You're not done yet. Not if I have.
Perfect. Alright, let's just claw swipe in that direction, get Lantry out of there as fast as he can. Alright, Sunder, Barrick, go ahead and throw a taunt over here as well. Force them to you. Oh no, heal up. What am I doing? We need heals. Actually, better yet, let's do this instead. Quicken.
I'm afraid.
Blazes don't stop, do they? Alright. Let's try and save Lantry's life real fast. This fight is absurd. Slight change of pace. Alright, Barrick. Use your ability. Where's it at? This one right here. Everyone else just stay alive for a minute, please. Hey there, Lantry. Alright, healing wisps. Where's my main character at? What is he doing?
Nothing.
He needs to be killing the Bane. Please. Alright, big heal out with Barrick. Perfect. Let's drop a taunt right here. My character's gonna buff up his weapon, and then he should be able to finish off the Bane, hopefully with his next attack. So no one's focusing on my main character, and he's just over here whittling down the Scourge. Is that what he's called? Or Havoc? Lullaby. Whatever it is.
As you command.
There we go.
Need that rip described.
Jeez Louise. Oh, they're still alive. Okay. Entry, heal your... What's wrong with him? This is it, just minus defenses across the board. He should be able to still cast heal on himself. Oh, that was weird. Let's try to finish these guys off now. Easy peasy.
I got it.
Actually, just do a regular attack there. Doesn't shadow. Should finish him off no problem. Alright, then disembowel this guy.
You dare strike at
Wait.
the Fate Binder, the bloody hand of Tunon's justice.
Disarm me, I don't like that
But
one
it's your
bit.
funeral.
Sorry, I got spells. Got spells for days. Alright. Unless everybody gets feared. So now my spell's just gonna miss. I can't reposition it. Alright, Lantry, let's see. False Pit.
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my age.
Fear nothing.
Wait!
My spell didn't come out. That's frustrating. Alright, I'm tired of getting interrupted.
I did that? Nice!
Oh, whoops, no, keep fighting. I just want Lantry to move back. Not everybody else.
I'll take care of it.
They would defend the Bane? Are they mad as well as foolish?
Oh, you're still alive. That wasn't part of the plan. Yeah, you don't say. Skirmisher armor and another Tier Forged Bronze Great Spear. Deprivation. So incessant melody, immunity to a sleep, volatile pyre, plus 25% damage. Causes a wound when reaching below 75%, 50%, and 25% health. You gather this pulsing, nigh ethereal dusting of crystallized energy from the scattered remains of the Havoc and Bastard's wound. When kept close, you can almost make out the whispering song of that Bane on the edge of hearing. Its constant hum keeps you focused and awake, but leaves you distracted from attacks you might otherwise see coming, not seen coming. And a pearl. Alright, this sounds really good on my main character, though I like the immunities better. I mean, it gives me immunity to sleep. And compared to the other characters in my party, I hardly take any damage. So I think what I'll do is I'll give this to Lantry. So he's less likely to be crowd controlled. Then I'll take this for myself.
Will do.
I'm gonna do it once around real fast before I talk to Lyceum. Just check all the corners for any hidden goodies. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I can't talk. Can't read. You survived. I didn't expect... Lyceum's gaze falls to the ground. You willingly led me into a trap. Explain yourself. I apologize. Many have come here looking to harm us, or Reef Talon. The Banes don't seem to harm us Sleepless, and I had to protect the Reef Talon and the other Sleepless, and yet I'm no match for you, and so my best choice seemed what I did was unforgivable. Alright, I'm gonna kill her. Enough. Kneel and die with some dignity. With a single fell strike, the wispy old sage crumples to the ground. A wicked grin frozen to her face. Lyceum's eyes closed shut at last. I realize she brought it upon herself, and in her state, probably welcomed death, but it is a painful end all the same. Well, she shouldn't have led me into a trap. I was gonna kill her either way. Satanza Torch Key. And Warden's Key. Alright, we already had a Warden's Key, so that's not new. So the Tanza Torch Key is what she used here. We have another door here to explore, as well as all these portals. It doesn't tell me what they do. Probably nothing, because I can just run over them and it doesn't seem to... I can't activate them myself. There's something over here, though. I don't know if we can actually get over there or not. Now, there was that other sconce, I believe, in Darkened Hollow. That I couldn't activate, probably because I didn't have the Tanza Torch Key. So we have another path available to us there. I wonder if that's just a side area or a... where Reef Talon's at. Oh, let's actually rest real fast. Because Reef Talon, or not Reef Talon, Kills in Shadow is injured, and I used a lot of abilities fighting Havoc there. That was quite the fight. That was exciting. It was a lot more intense than I was expecting. I was also not expecting to get led right into a boss fight like that, so I was unprepared. Alright, I'm going to call the episode here. The next one we'll continue our hunt for Reef Talon, and probably put her to the torch along with, you know, everyone else here in Bastard's Wound. We'll see. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.